Yo, what is going on, fans and coaches of the ASL? My name is Hunter322 here, and I am bringing you guys yet another ASL video. And today, guys, I have for you guys the ASL Season 5 Week 6 weekly recap. And yes, so we're going to be recapping Week 6 of the ASL. And as you can see on your screen, we have a lot of weekly heroes. Lots of weekly heroes. Like, I try and keep it to 5 at a maximum. But for a lot of these mons, it was like, it's just so hard not to keep out because there were a lot of standout performances from a lot of mons this week. So, yeah. As you can see for the matches, we have a 4-0, 1-0, 1-0, 5-0, 4-0, 4-0, and a 3-0. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the first match. So for the first match, we got the Houston Hoopas taking on the Slow Bohemians. And TJ is going to take his match at a nice 4-0 victory. And is going to end up taking... Oh, I'm on the wrong replay. There we go. And is going to be able to take 3 lives with this Porygon 2, giving it a weekly hero performance. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the match. So we got a Floatzel and an Escavalier to start out here, and the Floatzel's just going to opt to go for the liquidation, as Escavalier is going to miss a Mega Horn. So TJ has had ample issues with landing moves, but he's going to make up for it and just destroy that Skuntank there. This Floatzel is going to come back and kill it right away, so we're going to be at 5-5 here, and P2 just wants to go for the Toxic. Knows it can eat up any hit and just recover off the damage next turn, as that is what TJ is going to do. As the Latios is going to come out here, TJ is going to go into a pretty solid counter to this thing in Tyranitar. Even Latios with a sub up, that's all it's going to warrant is the fact that it gets a free hit off, but it's going to be nothing considering that Mega T-Tar is taking that hit in the sand, so it's going to be boosting in special defense. Latios is going to go for the Roost, predicting the Pursuit. But TJ is actually going to take this as a perfect opportunity to set up his Stealth Rocks. Then he's going to go for a Pursuit, which does tons of damage. So AZ's Latios is effectively dead here. Because, yeah, the crit doesn't even matter. It truly doesn't even matter. Because Pursuit is doing enough that it cannot be Roost stalled. So AZ's basically just playing for another crit, I guess. I mean, TJ is going to get max damage on that Pursuit right there. And Pursuit is it's doing consistent 50 damage. There's going to be a crit there. So yeah, like TJ's had the worst luck out of anybody in the ASL despite having a 4-2 record. So we're just going to see Mega Arrow take out the Tyranitar. So we're getting a lot of even scores here. Coach is opting to, you know, even the scores. And the P2 is going to go for a Toxic, but the Floatzel is already poisoned. Floatzel is going to go for a Toxic. So TJ's getting a lot of fortune right there. So making up for it, there's a ton of hacks in this game, just from the start of it. But at least it's balancing hacks, so it's not like one-sided. But Tapu Bulu is going to set up a substitute here, and then can go for a Giga Drain. So this does show to be a especially offensive Bulu, which is honestly a good brain considering that last week TJ tried to set up on a Mega Venusaur with Como, so AZ does not want to suffer the same fate. Brought back Steegleam. And we're going to see a Grassy Seed Mew, so interesting, possibly going to set up. We're going to see the Calm Mind from the Mew, so very good set on TJ's part. One most out of the box coach last season, and yeah, definitely a very good prepper and a very creative prepper. And it's only going to help him. So the Mew is going to get up to +2, +2, +2, +2, +1. So we're going to see another Calm Mind. I mean, why not? See what this Bulu can do to it. And the Bulu is going to Toxic it, and it's going to get Toxic itself. That's definitely in, what's it called? That's in AZ's favor for that exchange. Because now the Mew is on a timer, but the Bulu is going to die this turn to the Psychic from the Mew. And now, Piloswine can go ahead and come out. Piloswine is going to be taking this hit. It can go for an SLI shard. Just because Piloswine is such a bulky Pokemon. And Mew is going to be chipped down. Mew wants to go out into the Porygon 2. So, interesting stuff there. I thought that Mew could have maybe won it there. But either way, we're going to see TJ get a nice recover off of P2, and he's going to get the Toxic kill onto the Piloswine. And there is no way on this earth that Mega Arrow is breaking through the P2, even with a crit. P2 is going to come in here and seal the deal with a nice little Thunderbolt to give the Slow Bohemians a 4-0 over the Houston Hoopas. So, Whoops. Let me go ahead and 8. Alright. So then for the next match, we got the Hartford Whalers and the Utah Hoots. And Galvantula is going to pick up 5 kills being a weekly hero. And I'll be honest, this is one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life, if that makes sense. But instead of explaining it, it's best that you just see what I'm talking about. So we're going to see Necrozma and Zygarde come out here. And Necrozma is going to go for a nice Hidden Power Ice, which would have killed Bar the Yachi Berry. That is Choice Specs Necrozma, that does confirm it. And TCP knows this, so he's going to go out into his Fernape and then doubles into Decidueye, predicting this swap out into the Alamomola. So TCP playing around this very well right now. Going for the Spirit Shackle, so this thing's not going to switch out. Probably doesn't want to anyways. But the Decidueye does show to be a Swords Dance variant, and then the Mega Venusaur is going to set up a Curse. So we're going to see a nice little setup war here, and it's looking like the Mega Venusaur will effectively win this at some point. It just has to get up enough curses and then hope for no crit, because basically at this point it's who's going to crit first. And we're going to see a synth up here from the Mega Venusaur. You know, Spirit Shackle's doing a lot of damage. Susie's finally at a comfortable amount of health where he can go ahead and click that curse. Then he's going to go for a synth, just trying to stay at a healthy amount of health. Nice and redundancy there. We're going to see a curse, and then Susie's going to go for another curse, so he was not paying attention, not calcing, and his Mega Venusaur is going to drop. But he does go into the Necrozma, which is going to get a nice little Heat Wave off. And the Spirit Shackle does get rid of Necrozma, but this does put the Decidueye in range to die to a Bug Buzz from this Galvantula. So Galvantula is just going to go ahead and swap out into the Alamomola, going to get some nice Rocky Helmet off onto this Infernape, and this does prove to be a slack off Infernape, so definitely geared towards breaking down that Weavile and just taking hits from it. And the Musharna does come out here, so possibly trying to set up some Calm Minds, and that's what we are going to see here. And Klefki is going to go for the Switcheroo, and is going to give the Musharna a Choice Scarf. So very good prep on Susie's part to bring this, to break down any potential setup. And then out comes the Zygarde, which Zygarde is going to be very scary for Susie, because it can just try and set up in his face. But Susie is going to go for the Wish, and then is going to see the Zygarde coil in front of it again. The Alamomola is not offensive enough to get rid of this Zygarde, which Alamomola is a very often passive mon, so it's not going to be able to take that thing out. It's just going to keep firing off relentless Ice Beams. I mean, why not? Get as much damage as you can. You're going to do a nice, clean 4% to this Primarina. Primarina doesn't show item, so we can only assume that it is an offensive variant. And we're going to see a Moonblast, and judging by the damage, that is definitely a offensive variant. I don't know what move it is yet, possibly Expert Belt or something like that. But the Klefki is setting up spikes, which is going to be a detriment to TCP's team, because he has no way of removing it. So it's going to be definitely unfortunate for him. But the Primarina is going to go for a Moonblast, and it does take out the Klefki. So TCP is at a 5-3 advantage right here, but Galvantula puts on so much pressure that it's going to be able to take out the Musharna, and then out comes the Infernape, which it's going to be a speed tie at this point, but Susie is not risking it. He knows that Galvantula is his win con, and he's got to keep that thing alive. So he's just going to go free out into the Alamomola, and TCP's packing the Endeavor, so very smart set on his part. As now he will likely go for a Mach Punch. Okay, he's going to go for a Slack Off. And Alamomola really doesn't mind just sitting here as this thing gets toxic stalled down. Aromatisse does come out to click the Aromatherapy to wake up the wake up the Registeel, which is not Registeel. It said Regitooth. What was it? It was the Zygarde that was sleeping. Yeah, it was the Zygarde that was sleeping. He names all of his like Reggie things. He's got a trio Regicore, so it's pretty funny. Transaction suggestion: pick up Regigigas. I know you're watching this video, TCP, and I know you want to pick up Regigigas. But anyways, we're gonna see the Zygarde go back to sleep. Sweet dreams, my friend. And then out comes Primarina, because you know 4% is a lot of damage, so Primarina wants to make sure that it can take the hit. And then is gonna go for a Moonblast, not enough to kill the Galvantula. And Galvantula just goes for a Giga Drain. Susie going for the nice middle ground play. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay dividends to him. And we're going to be tied at 3-3. Now, Infernape is going to come out. Infernape is going to go for the Fire Punch, which does nothing to Haxorus, so obviously due to the resistance. And then Haxorus is going to go for an Earthquake and could follow up with a Poison Jab, which is not going to be able to kill due to the Cabia Berry or Cabia Berry, however you prefer to say it. And then this is a really long battle, by the way, if you haven't figured that out already. But Galvantula is going to get another kill, and then Infernape is going to be able to come out, which TCP's in a position where he kind of has to go for the Mach Punch, and he's going to die to the Alomomola, or he's going to die to the to the Alomomola Rocky Helmet. And then Alomomola is going to wish into the Galvantula likely, but Susie's not going to risk it after seeing Sleep Talk. That's the smart thing to do. You just stay in here, you know, try and get off as much damage as you can on the Primarina. And the Primarina is going to go for a nice little Moonblast here. And the Toxic onto Prim. And TCP has calced at this point. He knows that this is going to be a roll from Galvantula to kill the Primarina. So we're just going to see the Galvantula actually just straight Oko this thing. Now there's a couple factors that could have played into it. Like it was a 18.8% chance to kill. But then there's also the chance that TCP rolls something other than Sleep Talk. I mean, assuming that he wouldn't have woken up that turn. I'm not counting sleep. But yeah, there's a couple factors that could have played into that. But Susie is going to pick up a nice 1-0 victory, boosting himself up to 4-2. Third match we got rolling in here for you guys. We got the Portland Timbers and the Aussie Kangaskhan's, and we're going to see Alola Ninetales claim 3 kills from the Portland Timbers and get itself a weekly hero. So we're going to see a Lando T and a Kecleon lead, and we're going to see the Kecleon go right out into the Slowbro as Lando just wants to go for a U-turn, going to show off the Rocky Helmet from the Slowbro, obviously there for the Mega Kang. And then Charizard comes out on the Roserade, as Roserade is going to opt to go for the Toxic Spikes to try and whittle down my team. Gonna go for the Toxic, predicting the Sliggoo here. And Zard does not fear this Sliggoo at all, although it does pack the Rock Slide. So we're gonna see Zard just go for the Roost then, because that will remove its flying typing, thus making it less weak to the Rock Slide. And then out comes the Excadrill, because based on Ian's set now, he cannot touch the Excadrill at all. So Excadrill is a free swap. Gonna go for the HP Ice here. You know, we gotta make them God tier predictions. Not really God tier. That was a pretty obvious swap, but, you know, whatever. And then Excadrill is gonna go for another HP Ice as out comes Deoxys. So Ian is trying to put the pressure on right now. And Kecleon, obviously the swap in for this thing, is going to take absolutely nothing, packing that nice Assault Vest. And Incineroar comes out on the Kecleon, likely predicting a knockoff, as that is what is going to come out. Going to knock off that Incineroar Choice Scarf, so Ian packing definitely a more offensive variant of his Incineroar. And Keldeo can come out pretty free here, but that does get Ian right out into his Roserade, so not the situation that I want myself to be in. But Zard is looking to be the primary swap in to this Roserade. Not wanting to take a Rock Slide, just going to go out into the Excadrill, but Ian is playing around this perfectly. He's going to get out into his Lando, but it truly doesn't matter. Nice 52 in special attack is going to be able to claim the live of the Landorus Therian. And then Slowbro is going to come out. It's going to take the Focus Blast, or as we thought, the Deoxys is going to miss. Don't worry, he'll make up for that down the road, I assure you. And we're going to see the Slowbro go down to the Thunderbolt. So we're going to be evened out now at 5-5. And then Kecleon, Ian knows that this thing lives, and he doesn't want to take a hit here. So just going to double into Gigalith. Pretty free, honestly. And the Roserade is going to come out on the Stealth Rock. And the Stealth Rock is going to be really good against Ian, as it will chip down the Incineroar and the Ninetales tremendously. The Roserade is going to Giga Drain, which obviously does nothing to the Zard. It is 4 times resisted. And Gumi is going to take Sliggoo is going to take an Air Slash here. Out comes the Excadrill, and Excadrill, just every time it comes in, it puts on so much pressure. Ian is going to opt to sack off his Incineroar here. to the Earthquake from Excadrill, but now the Deoxys Speed can come out. Deoxys Speed, obviously, I'm playing with the fear of a Titanium Z, which is what is going to come out now. And Kecleon is going to go down, so again, evening it back out at 4-4. Going to go out into the Zard since Zard lives any hit. As the Thunderbolt is going to come out, Zard is going to go for a Flamethrower and get rid of the Deoxys Speed. So Alolan Ninetales coming out, there's a chance that it kills. So going to go on to Gigalith. Ian is going to land a Blizzard out of Hails, so pretty fantastic. He's going to land another Blizzard. Nice, and 2 decently high rolls. And the Alolan, oh my god, not, well, kind of. The Alolan swap out, but Excadrill is going to claim a nice kill, or so we thought. Gigalith is going to get the kill for that from Sandstorm, so Gigalith, you know, got a kill steal. And then just going to sack the Keldeo here. As Alolan Ninetales has no reason not to follow this up with a Blizzard, but Ian is not going to risk the weird Scarf. Going to show off the HP Steal, and then follow this up with a Z Icy Wind. And this Alolan Ninetales will actually be enough to win the game if Ian can land 2 Blizzards on top of already landing 2 out of the Hail. So he's going to now land 3 out of the Hail, and he's going to land 4 out of the Hail. So Alolan Ninetales really coming in clutch for the Aussie Kangaskhan's. If it were not for Mr. Icy McSpicy, this game would have gone to the Portland Timbers. So that is going to be a nice 1-0 victory for Ian to get him back on track to make a nice playoff run. 2-22. And now we have the St. Louis Swablues and the Denver Nummels. St. Louis Swablues is absolutely dominating this. Malone getting a nice 5-0 that he's been searching for so long. He's finally going to get it. Nice and 3 kills with Zoroark. Going to give itself a weekly hero. And you know what? Let's just hop into it. So we got Steelix and Hariyama heavily favoring the Hariyama. Demaster has no good swap-ins to this thing, so he's just going to go out into his Rotom, following up with an Overheat. Not what I would have gone for. The double to Megalodios was definitely the play there, but we're not going to see it. And Demaster just not packing any swap-ins for this thing. He's going to go for the Dragon Pulse, which is a really interesting play in my opinion, just because there's no reason for you to go Zoroark. It doesn't provide you with any momentum, so it's just interesting, honestly. And we're going to see the Hariyama go for a nice little fake out. Get that chip, very important, and screens Latios, Megalodios, definitely interesting. Not terrible, but Demaster is going to get a very low roll on that Dragon Pulse, so that's unfortunate for him. But then the Arrow is going to just live the Bullet Punch, go for an Iron Head, but losing Megalodios is huge, because losing Megalodios honestly kind of loses Demaster this game. Without him, or without the Megalodios, there's nothing he can really do. Absolutely GOAT nickname from Malone. This boy has nicknames on point this season. Nice and Mookie Betts. So you're going to see a Z Rain Dance from Manaphy and then Tail Glow. I truly don't know what Demaster was going for there. Like, yes, I understand that is your last ditch effort, but you gotta bridge the gap with a differential. Like, at this point, he's just throwing kills at the Zoroark. Like, I really don't understand this here. Like, he's going to get flinched, yeah, but honestly, he deserved the flinch. He did not try and kill the Zoroark, so his poor Gunzi didn't deserve to kill it anyways. So, yeah, that's going to be a very, very dominant 5-0 victory for St. Louis Swablues and Coach Malone, as Demaster will fall to 0-6 on the season. So, now we have Keister and the Phoenix Flygons and the Washington Whalers facing off. Keister gets a nice 4-0 victory over Cam, as Whimsicott is going to get nice 3 kills. I mean, we can see from team preview, Whimsicott matching up pretty well. So let's just see how it fares in this match. So we got Whimsicott, like I said, and the Sneasel. Cam is going to go right out into a Scizor. Does not want to get, like, Stun Sport or anything crazy like that. Whimsicott is prone to run some wacky stuff. And the Zapdos can go for a Signal Beam, so probably there for the Latios and for the Meloetta, if I had to guess. But we're going to see the Jirachi just go for a U-turn, then going out into the Megalopony, predicting the Shadow Ball to come out. So nice. And the Megalopony just wants to set up a substitute, and is going to be sub-focus punch. So despite the Stunfisk having to take this, it's going to take it pretty well and go for the as a Rocky Helmet chip as it breaks the sub after discharge. And then Jellicent comes out predicting likely an HP Ice, if I had to guess. I don't even understand what Cam was going for there with the Magic Coat. It truly doesn't make sense to me. I mean, yes, if you're predicting the Toxic, but he has no reason to go for Toxic. Volt Switch or Thunderbolt was the better play, but either way, apparently Jellicent is Cam's answer. Oh, he's going for the Curse Body, so there we go. And Zapdos has got to go hard out in Umbreon, and Cam can make the swap out into Scizor. So this is going to force Keister back into his Zapdos, which is going to provide Cam with a little bit of a momentum, but unfortunately his Scizor is going to be crippled with the paralysis. It can still bullet punch everything, assuming it doesn't get full parried. But now the Scizor is forced to come out on the knockoff. Gonna get rid of the leftovers from Scizor. You can fire off a pretty big hit here, but Armaldo just simply doesn't care, and it's gonna get parried anyways. So Zapdos does come out here as Scizor goes for the defog. So Zapdos is one of the best answers to Scizor in the game. We're gonna actually see Agility Zapdos here. So maybe we can see put on enough pressure. It's gonna kill the Meloetta for sure. And we'll see how much more it can do, which the answer is nothing, because Sneasel is going to come out here and pressure with the Ice Shard. Cam knows the swap is coming, so he's just going to go for a knockoff. A good play. And he's going to go hard out into the Scizor, and Keister wants to heal up his Megalopony with a Wish, which he's going to get to do. Umbreon obviously having a better HP stat than the Megalopony, so it's going to get it healed up pretty well. And the Whimsicott, it's Discharge. The Discharge is going to para, which forces Keister back out into Armaldo. So it's a lot of switching coming out here from both sides. As Scizor is going to come out, we're going to get some rocks up. So hopefully we can start punishing some swaps. And the Armaldo does go for a Rapid Spin. Sorry about that, yawn. But Scizor then goes for the defogs. You know, why not? Just get rid of all those hazards. Let's not punish any switches. And Armaldo going to take that Icicle Crash, especially with a Wish support. And then Scizor does come out on the Stealth Rocks, and maybe it wants to defog, maybe it just wants to go for a U-turn. And Keister is going to go out into his Jirachi. Now, Cam doesn't want to take a Fire-type move, and he's going to get out into his Jellicent. Keister is going to take this opportunity to go out into his Umbreon, as Cam goes back into his Scizor. Okay. I blame Keister on this one. We're going to start skipping through this because Keister decides to Wish Pass everything. I mean, yes, that's how your team is built, but that's not how I want these videos to be centralized, you know? So we're going to see Whimsicott. Going to be paralyzed because, you know, why not? And then out comes the Scizor, so maybe this thing's going to get pressured. Encore, nothing. Megalopony going to come out. It doesn't really care about U-turns, and the Megalopony wants to go out from the Skuntank. And if you are mad, or not the Skuntank, the Stunfisk, if you are mad that I am skipping through these replays right now, feel free to be mad. And while you're mad, go ahead and take yourself to the description where we have all of these replays so you can watch them at your own leisure. So yeah, Megalopony is going to go for the sub here, going to go for a nice sub focus punch. Going to get some big damage off on this Jellicent, just enough to kill it. And finally another kill in this game. So we're going to see Zapdos come out here. It's going to die to Dragon Claw from Latios, and we're seeing some progress right now. So Armaldo does come out. The Devastating Drake is going to do a tremendous amount. It's simply not enough. If the Latios was able to get up to +2/+2, maybe there's a chance that Cam would have swept. Which is why I'm a little concerned that Cam didn't go for the +2/+2. But yeah, predicting the Encore is going to go right into Scizor. Fair enough. Whimsicott goes for the U-turn, getting out into Armaldo. As Scizor goes for the Roost, then follows with a Bullet Punch to even this out at 4-4. Megalopony comes out and just goes for a Fire Punch. It's going to be so close to killing the Scizor, but Keister doesn't want to take a Bullet Punch on his Lopunny. Keep as much health as possible to take on the Sneasel, most likely. Because Sneasel is proving to be a little bit more of a problem for Keister as the match unfolds. We're going to see Earth Power do a lot. No, not really. What am I saying? And the Whimsicott is going to get a nice little kill here. Icicle Crash is going to miss. Whimsicott get a nice little Moonblast off. So unfortunate for Cam. He could have bridged the differential gap, like I said. Was Umbreon low? Umbreon was kind of low. Nah, but Megalopody would have won the game anyways. So, yeah, Whimsicott's just going to seal the deal because you know why not. Give it to a very, very good typing, honestly. Grass and Poison, Grass and Fairy. Very good typing, honestly. But despite how nice of a typing it is, for the 6th match, we got the PC Barcelona and the London Lapras. And we're going to see Cody take this game with a nice 4-0 with a 4-1 showing from his Suicune. And Cody is now 6-0, so good stuff from him. And leave a comment down below. What week do you think Cody will lose his first match? And yeah, let's hop into it. So we got TJ v Metacham, and the Vileplume is just gonna go for a protect, and I don't know why Cody actually just clicked high jump kick there. I guess he was predicting the swap to Celesteela. That's the only thing that I can really guess. But Shadow's going to get the better of these first couple of turns, even though Metacham is just absolutely wall breaking like a madman right now. And Metacham has had a really good showing this season in the ASL. It's going to just destroy Shadow's team. You need to prep for this Mon. Down goes Vileplume. And despite Metacham only getting 1 kill, it just ripped through like 3 or 4 health bars. You need to prep for this Mon. And we're going to see the Togetic come out here. It's going to go for a Wish. Just, Cody doesn't care. He's just going to set up with a Suicune. I mean, why not? Suicune is just going to go ahead and go for another Calm Mind. You know, see what this Togetic can really do to it. Togetic is going to Baton Pass out into the Celesteela, however you'd like to say it. Suicune's going to get big damage off with his Surf. And then Celesteela gets a ton of damage back with the Energy Ball. But Cody is going to prioritize getting rid of the Celesteela over his Suicune's health. So we're going to see Hippowdon come out. That thing is not living. Not a chance. And, I mean, really, what's stopping this Suicune from just sweeping through Shadow's entire team? He's going to Baton Pass out on the Victini. Just try and get some, like, momentum and then follow up with, like, a Bolt Strike. But he's special Victini too, so this thing is just gonna get destroyed. And yeah, this is just murder at this point. Boom Burst, not enough to kill. Surf is gonna get rid of that thing, but Sandstorm goes before Leftovers, so Hippowdon will be credited that kill. And Clefable just gets to come out and get some nice Thunderbolt damage off. Gonna go for a Wish. It doesn't matter because Clefable will follow up with the Thunderbolt kill. And the London Lapras is going to pick up a nice little 4-0 over the PC Barcelona. And for the last match of the week, and Tapu Koko would have gotten a weekly hero if it wasn't like a weekly hero like freaking last week. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in to the Commissioner Bowl of ASL Season 5. And if you guys don't know what the Commissioner Bowl is, going to give a little background on it. The Commissioner Bowl is where Ian and Brad face off in a game usually around week 6, 7, or 8, where they're both co-commissioners and or just commissioners. They're both commissioners, however you want to say it, co-owners of the league. They face off in an absolutely fantastic match, and never ceases to amaze. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So we got Uxie and Delphox here. And going to go right out into the Drapion, as Anderson is going to give the Drapion a Black Sludge. So probably not how Brad envisioned that first turn going. Probably wanted the Finny to come out here. He's going to go for a big Overheat, but it is not enough to kill the Drapion. Drapion kills the Delphox. So Ian at an early advantage is going to take a double edge with Finny, honestly pretty well. And then the Hitmonlee is going to go right out into the Serperior. Serperior puts on a lot of pressure. It's going to get a Choice Band though, so it's going to not put on as much pressure because it's going to be hindered a lot. And then Empoleon can come out, probably predicting the Magmortar there. And the Mega Scizor comes out, is going to go for the U-turn, and Empoleon is going to go for a Stealth Rock. So Uxie wants to get up at Stealth Rocks as well. And Mega Scizor comes out, is going to take the Leaf Storm with absolutely no issues. And Mandibuzz can come in here, can like fire off a Foul Play. That were if it could actually face off against Scizor. Ian's going to want some momentum. He's going to get out into his Tapu Fini, which can fire off a Nature's Madness. Just prevent this thing from stalling the Fini. And, like, this is not a battle that Anderson's going to be winning because the Moonblast just simply does too much. And Anderson knows this. He's going to go out and do his Empoleon. And he's got to find a way to get into that Tapu Koko safely, because Tapu Koko puts on a tremendous amount of pressure, assuming it gets in. Anderson is going to get a free defog off as Tapu Fini misses the Nature's Madness. So now Ian wants to go back out into his Uxie, try and set up those rocks again, I would assume. That is what's going to happen. And Anderson is going to go hard out into Koko, probably predicting the U-turn here. But hard Drapion, I mean, works the same, because Tapu Koko will be able to kill this thing, so I'm going to balance the score at 5-5 right now. We got Magmortar coming out. Anderson is not trying to risk a, like, odd Scarf here. He's going to go out into the Hitmonlee. And the Hitmonlee going to go out into the Mandibuzz. Anderson sees this as a perfect opportunity to try and get this thing all healed up. And that is exactly what he's going to do here. He's going to go for the Roost as Tapu Fini comes out. So Anderson's probably going to go right out into his Empoleon. But he is going to opt to go for the Taunt. So this Tapu Fini cannot Calm Mind on him, probably was the thought process there. But by doing so, Anderson has put him in a precarious situation where he is not able to keep his Mandibuzz around any longer in the match, because either he dies to Moonblast or he will die to the incoming rocks, assuming that Empoleon can't get a defog off. And I mean, if you're Roost stalling there, you're playing with the crit in the back of your head, so that's something really Anderson can be mad about there. We're going to see Uxie take that Thunderbolt, not well. Coco's a monster in the format. Not broken, but it's a monster in the format. Uxie is going to rest up here, and if you guys are wondering, how did Uxie just do that? It is because it is levitating, therefore electric terrain does not affect it. The more you know, you have learned something today. Congratulations. Or if you already knew that and you're just an absolute god at Mons. So we're going to see Empoleon go for a nice Surf there. Going to go for another Surf as Uxie wants the Rocks up. Just sees so much value in punishing every time that Koko comes out. And Anderson sees what Ian's trying to do here, just punish the swaps. So he's going to go for the Defog and then gets out into Hitmonlee, which will take another Focus Blast if Ian opts to stay in. But he sees too much value keeping his Magmortar and just wants to go out into the Tapu Fini. So Tapu Fini will get hit with another Double Edge, and then Moonblast is going to be able to pick up the kill on the Hitmonlee. So Tapu Koko is going to be able to change the terrain here, and Ian is perfectly okay with letting his Tapu Fini go down. It loses to everything left, and Magmortar is going to go for a nice Flamethrower here. It just puts on so much pressure now, and it's going to go for a Thunderbolt. Boosted in the electric terrain, that's definitely enough to secure the kill. And Tapu Koko is not going to be able to kill, but neither is the Magmortar. And then the Tapu Koko will finish up with the kill. But this Mega Scizor will be able to seal the deal for the 5th annual Commissioner Bowl. Now I believe it is, I think it's 3-2 in Ian's favor. It's either 3-2 in Ian's favor or it's 3-2 in Brad's favor. I don't actually know who's winning the Commissioner Bowl. I probably should, but you know, oh well. But yeah, that is going to be the video, guys. Thank you guys all for watching the ASL Season 5 Week 6 weekly recap. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Sorry that these first 2 videos of the week were late, but busy. You guys know the drill. Thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.